In a previous video, I mentioned that I will be creating a custom node project that will aid me in developing, testing, and deploying my smart contracts. Remix is great, but it's limited to the browser. You're going to want to use your own code editor, and chances are you're also going to want to implement version control like Git to manage the contracts you write. And so although Remix is great, the fact is that it only works in the browser, so that's a bit of a constraint. So instead, I'm going to be making my own custom project. It's got a couple of big issues, and I'm going to have to tackle those. So let me pull up a diagram regarding those issues and share that with you here. And I'm going to resize this so you can see better. All right, so here are some of the big issues with possible solutions. One, I need to be able to write some Solidity code that can then be accessed in some fashion inside my JavaScript project. Everything I do will be JavaScript themed. I want to be able to write some JavaScript code to test my project, to deploy my contract and work with my contract after it's been deployed. It's all JavaScript. However, I'm writing Solidity contracts. In order to get a bridge between Solidity and the JavaScript side, we're going to need to set up the Solidity compiler. The Solidity compiler spits out an ABI and the actual bytecode, which is what gets deployed to the network. So I'm going to ensure the Solidity compiler spits out both those different pieces so we can deploy the project and work with it in the JavaScript side. The next thing I need to be aware of is that I have been working with a fantastic tool in the form of Remix. I deployed a contract to the test network, and then I had some buttons to work with the deployed contract, all done with Remix. That's all great and visual and easy, but chances are, as I develop more complex contracts, I'm going to want some set of automated tasks that I will execute and ensure my contract works as expected. Remember, these contracts can control an amazing amount of real money, very real money. So I need to be 100% positive that before I deploy a contract, I have something that works as expected. To set up a test pipeline for this project, I'm going to make use of the Mocha test library. Mocha is a general test library that gets used with all types of JavaScript projects. If you have never worked with Mocha before, it's okay. I'll go through it. So setting up Mocha for my testing purposes is going to be a great experience to gain. Finally, my project needs to take the contract as bytecode and deploy it to the network, and that might be the main network, the Ropsten network, or some public network. And I'm going to need to do that in some automated fashion that will both compile our contract and then take that bytecode and deploy it to the network. In the end, I'm going to have a very specific and well-tested solution for deploying my contract. So this is the goal. The last step is to head over to my terminal and create a new project, and that's where I'm going to place my code, compile, test, and deploy. So let's head over there now. Let's head over to my terminal. All right, and let me clean this up a bit. So I'm going to back up to projects folder. I'm going to call this inbox. Oops, let me separate that, inbox. And then CD into inbox. All right, and let me make sure I don't have more than one inbox in here. No, I only have one. All right, so CD into inbox. And finally, I'm going to generate a new node project by doing npm init. And so, all right, this is all good. I can call this, I guess, Solidity contract. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Yes, it is. All right. So in the next video, I'm going to install some dependencies and set up a pipeline to automatically deploy my contract. I'll see you then.